Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into the world of lingual braces today. Seems like a lot of you are interested in those.
Yeah, it's interesting. You've got a really great selection of articles here. A lot of people are curious about this whole invisible braces thing.
Invisible orthodontics, almost like a secret agent smile makeover, right? So we're going to break it all down, give you the rundown from these articles.
We can definitely clear up some of the mysteries.
Exactly. So by the end of this deep dive, you'll be able to walk into that orthodontist's office like a pro, ready to have a real conversation, informed conversation. So first things first, what are lingual braces, really?
Okay, so picture this. It's like having braces, but they're hidden on the back of your teeth. Like completely invisible from the front.
Wait, behind the teeth? How does that even work?
Right. It's pretty cool, actually. They use these custom-made brackets that are bonded directly to the back surface of your teeth. And because everyone's teeth are different.
Oh, so they're not just like slapping on the same bracket to every tooth.
No, not at all. Each one is custom designed to perfectly match the shape of your tooth. And they use these really high-tech materials now that are super comfortable and effective.
Okay, so comfort and fit have come a long way. I remember those clunky metal braces from back in the day, getting food stuck in them all the time. But are we sacrificing effectiveness for that invisibility factor?
That's the thing. A lot of people assume that because they're hidden, they must not be as effective. But honestly, lingual braces can correct a wide range of orthodontic issues just as well as traditional braces. We're talking crowding, spacing, overbites, underbites, the whole 9 yards.
Wow, so no compromises there. That's impressive.
Yeah, and there's even some thought that because they're attached directly to the back of the teeth, they might offer even more precise control over tooth movement in some cases.
Really? So maybe even better in some ways.
Potentially, yes.
That's pretty amazing to think that you could actually get even better results in some cases. But I imagine it must be a lot trickier for the orthodontist to actually work with the brackets being hidden back there.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely requires a higher level of skill and precision, for sure. Not every orthodontist out there offers lingual braces. It's really important to find someone who specializes in this technique.
So it's kind of like you wouldn't go to just any mechanic for a high-performance sports car.
Exactly, exactly. You want someone who knows those ins and outs. And that actually reminds
You
me,
need a specialist, yeah.
another crucial thing about lingual braces is that the planning phase is so important, even more so than with traditional braces because of the whole customization thing.
So it's a lot more involved than just like taking a mold of your teeth.
Oh yeah, it's way beyond that. They're using these incredible 3D imaging systems now and digital modeling. They can actually create a virtual simulation of how your teeth are going to move throughout the entire treatment.
Wow, that's wild. So you can practically see your future smile before it even happens.
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty amazing.
That's incredible. Okay, so we talked about the high-tech stuff, but let's get real for a second. The articles did mention a few downsides, potential challenges with lingual braces. What's the reality check here?
Sure. So one thing is that there can be an adjustment period. I mean, it makes sense, right? You've got these brackets on the back of your teeth. Your tongue's not used to it.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be a little weird at first.
Exactly. Some people might experience a little bit of a lisp for a little while or some tongue irritation. But the good news is that almost always goes away within a few weeks as you get used to it. Your mouth just kind of adapts.
So basically, just like anything new, it takes a little time to get comfortable.
Exactly. And your orthodontist can give you tips and tricks for dealing with it too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the cost factor? Because the articles definitely mentioned that lingual braces tend to be a bit more expensive.
Yeah, that's true. On average, they do cost more, sometimes like 30 to 50% more than traditional braces.
Okay, so that's a pretty significant difference.
It is, and it's mainly because of the customization involved and the specialized techniques that are needed, so it's something to keep in mind, for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I guess for a lot of people, that invisibility factor is a major priority. And if you can swing it financially, it might be worth it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's about weighing those priorities, right? For some people, the confidence boost of having invisible braces is priceless.
Totally. So we've talked about the adjustments and the cost. Anything else our listeners should be thinking about before they decide? I think one thing I'd be curious about is, okay, you've got these braces, they're hidden, but what about keeping them clean? Is that a whole other challenge?
Yeah, it's definitely something to be aware of. Because they're in the back of your teeth, it does require a little extra attention when you're brushing and flossing.
So no more scarfing down popcorn at the movies.
Well, you can still have your popcorn, but maybe brush a little more thoroughly after, right? Your orthodontist will show you the ropes, the best techniques, and they'll usually recommend some special tools that can help reach those tricky spots.
Okay, so as long as you're careful and you follow their instructions, it shouldn't be a major obstacle.
Exactly. And, it really highlights how important communication is with your orthodontist. No matter what kind of braces you're considering, don't be afraid to ask questions.
That's such good advice. Sometimes it's easy to forget, but they're there to help you through the whole process.
Absolutely. They're your partners in this whole smile transformation thing. So, yeah, ask those questions, address any concerns you have, don't hold back.
So if someone's listening to this and they're intrigued by the idea of lingual braces, but they're
Yeah.
still on the fence, what would be like the one key takeaway you'd want them to remember?
Well, that's a good question. I think the most important thing is to remember that you're not alone. Like, lingual braces have advanced so much, and they're a really effective option for a lot of people.
It's almost like having a secret weapon for your smile, right?
Yeah.
Hidden in plain sight.
I love that. Exactly.
Yeah.
And like any good secret weapon, it can give you that extra boost of confidence to achieve your goals.
I love it. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap up our deep dive into the world of lingual braces. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We talked about how they work, the pros, the cons, finding the right orthodontist. Hopefully you feel a lot more informed now.
Definitely. Remember, everyone's smile journey is unique, so take your time, do your research, and find what works best for you. And most importantly, don't be afraid to go after that dream smile. Until next time, everyone.
Happy smile.